Some encouraging things happened. You only lose by one. You gave yourself a chance to tie it in the end, 2 minutes on the power play. You pull Kähkönen, you get the extra attacker. And so you're that close, but you're also kind of that far away. And I feel like at some point we can see all these encouraging signs, but at some point you want to start winning these games and getting some momentum for the team and getting the results. That being said, there's a lot of trends that seem to continue for the Sharks that are holding them back. Second periods holding them back. Lack of the ability to score on the power play holding them back. How about just inability to score holding them back? Their totals this year, 1, then 2, then 1, then 2, then 2, then 3, right, which was 2 games ago now, but that third goal was scored in overtime, and then 1 more in regulation today. So the Sharks have yet to get to 3 goals in regulation in a game. It's not just shots, right? I mean, that's clear to see here that the Devils had more just chances on the 4x6, but also more puck possession. Like, that's part of it. Shots translate to how much possession you had. It also translates into the usual correlation of grade A chances, right? Like, the more total shots you have, the more grade A scoring opportunities you had in this game. To be perfectly honest, if I look at the Sharks' 22 shots on goal, 3 grade A chances, maybe 2. It's about it. And off the top of my head, honestly feel like for the Devils, there might have been 5 or 6 or 7. If Kaapo Kähkönen doesn't play like he did today, this is not a 2-1 game. Sharks goaltending has been keeping them in the games, and the offense has just failed to equalize or take a lead or maintain a lead. It's frustrating. Like, today was the first power play goal the Sharks allowed this year on the penalty kill. So 7 games in, right? And today was the first power play goal you allow. That's something to hang your hat on defensively. The problem is that power play goal turns out to be the game winner for New Jersey. You can't have it so that your PK needs to be flawless every single time out. Like, that has been good for the Sharks. 2 things that have been good for the Sharks: their penalty kill and scoring first. And today the Sharks didn't score first, and their penalty kill allows 1. Turns out to be the game winner. I feel like I'm already repeating myself 7 games into the season. A lot of the trends that have been, and some have been good, right? More of them have been rough, but it's just a little bit of the same thing over and over, and I know they're capable of shaking it. We just haven't seen it yet. I would love to see Timo Meier get his first goal of the season. Been close. How many shots did 28 end up with today? 3. He was among the team leaders in shots on goal. Benning also actually had 3. Handful had 2. Harrington, Nico Sturm, Banker had 2, and Erik Karlsson had 2. So Timo Meier once again leading the way in shots on goal opportunities. Let me see. Timo also had 2 blocked and 4 missed the net. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total shots that he took. 3 of them were on net, 2 were blocked, and 4 just flat out missed. Here's the way to put it. They're doing enough things overall to win the games, minus being able to score, which is a pretty big deal. Like, I can't sit here and omit that and be like, well, that's great. It's just the one thing. No, because that one thing is a huge thing. And that one thing, it's got to come from a multitude of places. It has to come consistently. It's not coming at all from anywhere on any regular basis right now. So I'm not going to minimize and say, well, they're that close. I mean, you lost a 1-goal game today. So you are that close. But because the main issue is such a big issue, it's hard to really feel like, oh, you were right there. I mean, what if they score a power play goal late, or get a goal while Kähkönen was pulled there late, and they tie the game and they get a point out of this? Then all of a sudden it kind of erases the scoring issues, and at least they get to 2. But I also want to say this: even despite the results of this road trip so far, 5-2 loss against the Islanders, 3-2 overtime win against the Rangers, today 2-1 loss against the Devils. Even despite all that, If you go out and win tomorrow against the Flyers in the second half of a back-to-back, you basically come home with 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 out of a total 8 points. And it's not that bad. Like, all of a sudden, that's a respectable road trip. Everything right now, like every mistake that you make is more costly because scoring doesn't bail you out of it. Normally, you make a couple mistakes, but you scored 3 or 4 goals. Okay, the mistakes don't count. Right now, every defensive mistake counts because the goals aren't bailing you out of it.